What about this guy, Mr. Odell Beckham? Are you buying the Odell Beckham comeback season?
Yeah, because we don't have to buy the usual version of Beckham, which is like a top 10 receiver. Right now, he's going as a wide receiver 29, which I don't even think is like that egregious of an ADP. Like, I understand it, but I think he's a great target right there in that range. I mean, look, 2019, as bad as that was, he was a wide receiver 25. Last year in weeks 1 through 6 before he got hurt, he was a wide receiver 19. Like, we can buy Beckham at his floor instead of his ceiling for the first time in his career, pretty much, or at least since his rookie season. And look, people, he hasn't been great on the Browns. I understand that. I've watched the games, but the bigger issue has just been volume. I mean, with the Giants, 2014 to 2018, always averaged over 10 targets per game in every single season. 2019, he was at 8.3. 2020, he was just at 7, even when you take away, the 2-snap game where he got hurt. So with Beckham, he's only averaged 0.5 fewer yards per target with the Browns than he did in his last 3 years with the Giants. We still haven't seen him play with the best version of Baker Mayfield yet. That guy was gone in 2019. He was gone for the first bit of 2020. Spare me the freaking argument that Rashard Higgins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or Kadarius Hodge are better as a freaking NFL wide receiver than OBJ. Just stop it. What it is Baker. Yeah, he's better when he throws the ball to the guy that the coverage and the play dictates it should go to. He shouldn't be trying to force feed Beckham the ball. And we were seeing that to start last season. Like, okay, they got railroaded by the Ravens and the Steelers. They scored over 30 points in every other game Beckham was in. There's this idea like this offense wasn't putting up like these big points with Beckham in there. And that just really wasn't the case. So, OBJ is someone that I think is a little bit unfairly dropping in these, just fantasy ADPs, at least that I'm seeing right now. And I'm fine to buy them because, again, man, anytime, like, we should always be trying to get players near their floor than their ceiling. And for Beckham, like, we could see an increase in volume, I think, year 2 in Stefanski's offense. He's a better fit there than Landry. We saw that. And Baker, again, if he keeps playing as well as he did last year, like, we're going to finally get that potential wide receiver 1 year that everyone, including myself, have been so hyped about ever since he got to Cleveland.
I know. He burned me so hard that first year he got there. It's been tough for me to recover. And he has only been a top 24 receiver 26% of the time, top 12 just 13% of the time since arriving in Cleveland. So I am a little bit nervous. But as you mentioned, when it's baked into that price, wide receiver 29, I'd have to look and see what type of running backs and receivers are going there. But I imagine the opportunity cost isn't too high at that point to get a talent like Odell Beckham, who, as quickly as I fizzled on him, he also won me like when that rookie year season, when he went crazy, I won 4 out of 5. Like I have a soft spot in my heart for him too. So maybe I need to warm back up to Odell Beckham rebounding, especially when you can buy him at his floor this year. I wonder, do you think they'll throw it more after ranking 28th in pass attempts, 31 per game last year? Do you see that changing at all when they still have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, probably the best duo in the NFL right now? Or do you think the quality just increases now?
I think we see them open it up a little bit more. I mean,
Yeah.
Baker, really towards the end of last year when he started to get hot, they were throwing the ball a little bit more. I don't have the specific ranks, but it really was weird, man, how we got those games. I'm looking at his game log now. We had the Raiders, the Texans, and the Eagles. There's 3 straight games in Cleveland that, like, every single one was that game you just circled Sunday morning, like way too much rain and wind. I'm not even going to worry about this.
Yeah.
So, we saw the shootouts, man. The defense is going to be a little bit better than last year. So it's a little bit of a leap of faith on my part. But again, when you can get the guy at his floor and you're kind of hoping for that to become the case, I'm a little more okay with it. But yeah, I'm higher on Baker than some people too going this year. So come on, guys, don't burn me like 2019 again. Come on.
I'm with you. I really think that way Baker finished, he could go a full year like that. And if he does, great news for Odell, great news for, Landry, another great value right now in drafts if you buy that narrative. So I'm with you there. I'm landing a lot of Baker, Landry, and maybe I got to start mixing some more Odell stacks in best ball right now.
This offense, Stefanski is the Vikings of the AFC. We've seen the Vikings enable plenty of fantasy relevant, high-end fantasy wide receivers, even with Dalvin Cook absolutely eating. I mean, when they can ideally build this offense as, the play action, deep shot juggernaut they want it to be, that's going to be like great fantasy-friendly targets for Beckham. So even if he's not going to have the 150-plus, target workload we might got in New York, again, if we get that great version of Baker and a higher average target depth role, which he had for most of last year, that's when we hit.
I like it. I like the narrative. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.